This is Bill Denser with the Idaho Statesman. Marwan Swidan, here sitting on the right, came to the U.S. as a refugee from Iraq in 2008. 2 years earlier, a rogue paramilitary force within the Iraqi government abducted, then murdered his father. Marwan's brother Salwan and his wife Dhuha Ali came to Boise as refugees in 2009. Marwan, who landed initially in San Francisco, spent 3 years in the Army, then joined them here in 2013. The brothers both are doctors, and now they help other refugees rebuild former careers here in the U.S. They spoke to me about the transition to life here and their experiences since.
Surpass them?
I was scared coming to the United States, to be honest.
You were scared?
I was hesitated. One point in my life in Jordan, I didn't want to come to the United States at all. I even told the guy who was doing the paperwork to give it a hold, but her uncle, my mom's uncle, actually studied in the United States in the 60s and 70s.
Mm-hmm.
He was studying Cornell, and then he teach in Johns Hopkins before he go back to Middle East. So I talked to him, and he says, it's a lifelong experience. You have to go to United States. It's different than when you see on the media. It's different about you here.
Mm-hmm.
The people will make it like a great impact on your point of views and life opinions. And because of that advice, I came here, but I still have my fears and suspicions, to be honest. Especially with the conflict happening in the Middle East and the American take apart. I didn't know how the welcome will be. But it wasn't that bad. It was actually very great, especially in San Francisco. San Francisco is a very diverse culture. So I saw things I never thought I will see, and it definitely reshaped my opinions and my point of views toward even political points.
I remember when I was when I made the decision to leave Jordan. I remember my mom actually, as she was saying goodbye, and with all those emotions, she was telling me that remember what you learned and your experience in Iraq. She was comparing the United States to the danger that we encountered in Iraq, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Because we think of the United States as I'm sorry to say this, as a chaos internal.
Mm-hmm.
We see all those demonstrations. That's what we see from that side of the world. So it was a pure leap of faith actually coming to the United States. But what pushed that actually is, as Marwan said, some of our friends and families who came to the United States earlier in the 70s and 60s, they were talking differently about the United States. Some friends who arrived here before us, they eased our fears as well.
When we came here, to be honest, Boise is a very friendly community. So it really eased the first arrival and all, like the depression and the trauma when you get by the different culture and all that.
Amid concerns over terrorism and despite rigorous background checks on refugees before they enter the country, some people worry that a resettlement program that has brought 3.2 million people into the U.S. since 1980 presents too large a security risk. Marwan said it is up to the refugee community to win over opponents through their actions, as full members of a society that some of them risked their lives to join.
But it's our job actually to ease these concerns as we reflect the other side of the story, something that the media does not show. And we reflect it through our behavior, through our communication, through our work, through our reach out to them. And usually we get feedback. But they have to give us the chance to show them the other side of the story, the other type of people who laugh on jokes and attend like comedy shows or go to theater, Shakespeare in the Park and all this. They have to let us show them that. They have to give us the chance to reflect on these points.
We came here because we are seeking a normal life. For me, my wife, my kids, my brothers, my mom,